Rock Joy here, back again with our review. 2000 Year in Review continues with ECW's Living Dangerously. This show, from Guilty as Charged, this was a very disappointing show. You have no Tazz, there is no Dudley boys, but at least you have Rob Van Dam, right? Right? Well, actually, that's incorrect. Rob Van Dam is injured and had to vacate his ECW Television Championship, leaving four guys, Rhino, The Sandman, Little Guido, and Super Crazy, to compete in 2 matches apiece for the vacated ECW Television Championship. You also have Dusty Rhodes versus Steve Corino in a bull rope match. Yes, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes Daddy is in the Extreme Championship Wrestling Daddy. You have Mike Awesome in his last pay-per-view, and everything bad happens from here on out. It just gets worse and worse for ECW. No Tazz, no Dudley boys. Rob Van Dam is gone, and after this show, Mike Awesome would be gone to WCW. So we open up with Dusty Rhodes defeating Steve Corino in a crappy Texas bull rope match. This match was just ECW to its pinnacle, but it was just crap. They battled in the crowd. They battled more into the crowd, and then they had the 6th spot with Dusty Rhodes duct taping the cowbell to Steve Corino's forehead and then whipping it with the bull rope. And then Dusty Rhodes picks up the victory after that. It was just insanely disgusting to watch. The American Dream Dusty Rhodes just did not fit in ECW whatsoever. This match was just I don't know. I mean, it's ECW. You expect to have hardcore wrestling from this stuff, but just not working. A 2. You have the New Dangerous Alliance, which is just a ripoff of the WCW's original alliance, Dangerous Alliance. They defeat Danny Dory and Roadkill. Let me tell you something about C.W. Anderson. C.W. Anderson was one of the worst things I've ever seen. His gimmick was literally an Anderson. He ripped off Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson. He was an Anderson. That was his whole gimmick. Of all the gimmicks you could fucking be and rip off of, you choose the Andersons. You choose an Anderson. Stupid. And he wins. He wins almost every pay-per-view match. For whatever reason, C.W. Anderson was a big deal. They were making him a big deal in the land of Extreme. Just stupid. So you had Louis Dangerously being Paul E. Dangerously. You had C.W. Anderson being Arn Anderson, and you had Beautiful Styles, whatever the fuck his name was, being Rick Rude or Bobby Eaton, whatever. Just stupid. Danny Dory and Roadkill takes the loss, of course, 4 out of 10, just eh. Mike Awesome defeats Kid Cash to retain his ECW World Heavyweight Championship belt in an okay match, a 4.5 out of 10. It was nothing like his match with Spike Dudley, where there was a whole lot of stuff going on. This match was more wrestling, but it was just kind of, there was a whole lot of big spots, but nothing really flowing to it. It was, Kid Cash had his moments, but other than that, it was more or less of a squash match, really. Nova and Chris Chetti defeated Judo and Guido. I don't know who the other guys are. I don't know who any one of these guys are except Nova. This match was mediocre. 4 out of 10. Nothing else to say. Next, we have Super Crazy defeating Little Guido in a very solid match. Super Crazy would pick up the victory, and he would take on Rhino for the television championship in the main event. This was a very good match. Big Sal Val, who was about 600 pounds or something like that, the size of Viscera. He takes, I shit you not, a Hurricanrana. He takes a front flip bump. A front flip bump. I don't even think Big Sal Val could jump off of his feet, let alone do a front flip bump, but he fucking does. I should mention the Sandman was taken to the hospital. He went to the hospital with his wife because his wife took a hideous bump from Rhino through a table. Just terrible. It was seeing her take that bump. It was just very uncomfortable to watch. I know ECW likes hitting women, and they're not shy about putting their women in danger, and the women that go through danger like that are incredible. But honestly, this time around is just unnerving, just not settling whatsoever. But this match was very good nonetheless. 7 out of 10. Balls Mahoney defeated Kimura. I don't know who he is either. In a terrible squash match. A 0. After this match, out comes Angel and his entourage. The Baldies. Nice name. And then out comes New Jack. He hits him in the groin with a PlayStation. That's right. I don't think any of those guys with those bouncing checks could afford a PlayStation. So let me get this straight, Paul E. You can ruin a $300 console, which at the time was the hottest toy on the market. But you can't afford to pay any of the wrestlers. Whatever. New Jack and Grimes, the biggest guy, who's about 400 pounds, they go up top of this scaffold. And the most hideous and disgusting thing I've ever seen. New Jack and Grimes fall off of the scaffold through a table. Grimes lands on New Jack's face and smashes his face to smithereens. New Jack's head hit the table, hit the concrete, and had Grimes' 450-pound man landed and smashed his face. How New Jack did not die from this incident was a fucking incredible miracle. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. This tops the hideous, disgusting injury of Sid when his leg gets fucking torn out of his leg. Yes, I take Owen Hart's catchphrase there. This is so disgusting, so unnerving, so horrendous to watch. It is disgusting. Please skip this part. New Jack, his face, I know he was a terrible, terrible person. I know he's a terrible guy in a lot of people's minds, but he did not deserve that. His face smashed against Grimes. Grimes, 400-pound man, smashes New Jack's face, and then his back of the head smashes the concrete. He was literally sat on. He was literally squashed. New Jack was squashed literally at this show. New Jack, oh, I don't know how he didn't die. Horrible, horrible bump. Why? That was just terrible. Disgusting. Please skip that. The Impact players defeat Mike Awesome, Raven, and Dreamer, and just, oh my god, it was so disgusting. And Tommy Dreamer's partner, Matsumoto. This was a very good triple threat tag team match for the tag team titles. Mike Awesome and Raven and Tommy Dreamer, of course, that huge rivalry going on. You have Mike Awesome and Masato Tanaka. I said Matsumoto. What the fuck's wrong with me? Masato Tanaka. That great rivalry going on here. This was a very good match. A 6 out of 10. The Impact players, that is Lance Storm and Justin Credible. winning the tag team titles. Very good match. Then in the main event, we have Super Crazy defeating Rhino to capture the vacated ECW Television Championship belt in a very, very good match. Rob Van Dam would come out with an injured foot and all and did a flapjack to Rhino through a table. I don't know why in the world you would risk that, Rob Van Dam, but whatever. This was a very good match. A very good match. A 6 out of 10, and that triple threat tag team match is also a 6 out of 10. Overall, Living Dangerously is a very big disappointment. With no Rob Van Dam, it is no Rob Van Dam in the ring is very hard. It is very, very. This show is very unnerving to watch. It's very uncomfortable with Sandman's wife taking that terrible bump, with the bull rope match, and New Jack's face literally getting squashed. This show is very uncomfortable. If you decide to watch this, please, I beg you, you will be looking away. This is a very, very disturbing show. Please have a vomit bag. Please, note to self, you might throw up a couple of times. This show is very sickening to watch. Overall, it's a very mediocre show anyways. A 4 out of 10. I do not recommend this show at all. I see you next time for Spring Stampede, Backlash, and I won't catch you again for ECW until I believe Hardcore Heaven. See ya.